I don't even know where to begin with this one. Some aspects of the story I'm about to tell you have been covered before, but no one, to my knowledge, has delved as deeply down this rabbit hole as I have. Buckle up and enjoy the video. Reddit user Cerulean58 recently posted a YouTube Iceberg on the Iceberg charts subreddit that piqued my interest. An 11-year-old YouTube veteran like me enjoys a challenge, so I smirked as I started skimming the top layers, only to find myself frantically Googling the majority of the layers below level 4. Sifting through creepypastas and cursed videos, a name on the chart stood out to me: doodman2. It sounded like an online username I would make up in middle school. But in reality, this name was far from being anything as innocent as that. If only I had known what truly bizarre meaning that name held before I pasted it into my search bar and hit enter. This is doodman2. Well, it's actually some of the content he's posted on his now abandoned YouTube channel. I won't go on too long about the type of content doodman produced. As stated before, some channels have already made great showcases of this content and have explored his YouTube channel in great detail. What you need to know for the purpose of this video is that when people first found out what he was doing, it was met with an extreme amount of morbid interest. I won't leave you hanging completely on doodman2's history. His legend started in 2010 in a thread on 4chan where people were sharing pictures of their computer setups, also known as battle stations. doodman2 decided to share his battle station, posting a picture of his stuffed humanoid teddy bear staring at a laptop. His post was met with mixed reactions. He continued to post pictures as users expressed their curiosity and desire to see more. This cycle continued throughout the thread. That is pretty much all we can gather from this image, but that isn't even close to where this story will end. Something I'd like to point out before we continue. I know some of you, me included, might be scratching your heads, wondering what's so wrong with having a humanoid life-size teddy bear doll. I mean, my anime body pillow is only a few steps removed from that. The important thing to remember is this all happened in 2011. People were a little less open to the interests of others back then, and they were very vocal about it. Anyway, back to doodman and his creations. People on 4chan found his interest to be so outlandish that they posted it to Reddit a few weeks later. The reactions to the 4chan screenshot were numerous and intensified. People laughed, some cried, but most were interested in finding out more about the mysterious doodman2. Were the rumors that he had left his wife for his creations true? Why did he make his dolls? What did he actually do with them? Around this time, a small community was gathering, with members all sharing the same goal of finding out as much as they could about doodman. I present to you r/theguy. r/theguy is the subreddit dedicated to that guy from 4chan with the weird you know the rest. The users of this community made it their mission to find out everything they could about doodman. They had already found his YouTube channel where he had made skits involving his creations. His website was discovered shortly after. The members of the subreddit even tried to get in contact with doodman in order to ask him further questions on his interests. But doodman was too elusive. No one could reach him. Bit by bit, ripples of doodman's activity on the internet were discovered. There was a user speculating that they had found his secret Reddit account, pointing to the user's vigorous defense of doodman and his hobbies. But besides posting a few comments 8 years ago, this user has gone dark. Progress on finding more details related to doodman was slow. A few years passed and an update was posted to the subreddit detailing everything that had been discovered about doodman. The last actual piece of evidence that was posted on the subreddit appeared to be a breakthrough. In 2013, a user posted a link to a documentary by YouTube channel Dave Hockey titled All Dolled Up Documentary Trailer 1. A subsequent user made a post with a link to a section of the documentary that supposedly included doodman, in which his first name was revealed. This link now leads to an unavailable video, with no hope in sight for a copy of the footage. The state of the subreddit slowly deteriorated, with users posting cryptic and unrelated messages on it. It just celebrated its 9th birthday, with its last post being made 9 months ago. It seems that the flame the users of r/theguy once had has vanished, and with it, the hope of finding out more about doodman2. Of course, this was all before Ulikuz decided to take on the case. Break out your enchanted golden shovel, cause we're going digging. It's time that I present what I found, and clear up some of the mystery that is doodman2. Let's get the basic stuff out of the way first. It was common knowledge that doodman2 had a website called Stuffed Company. Of course, the website is no longer operational and this lead is dead. Or is it? With the help of the Wayback Machine, I was able to access an archived version of the site. The site was still active in January of 2008, with the homepage describing the physical characteristics of the dolls and their function. Some of the functions listed included keeping you warm and cozy all night long, and being worked like a giant puppet. Pricing was also discussed further down the page. I moved my mouse cursor towards the two tabs on the left and decided to click on the page titled Honey Bear. This doll was the one you can see in the header on the actual site and in many of Doodman's YouTube videos. Of course, the image on the new page was dead. Out of curiosity, I decided to right-click on the image and try to open it in a new tab. To my surprise, I was redirected to an entirely different site, teddybabestore.com. I snooped around the archived version of the site, determined to follow this new lead to the end. Could doodman2 have been secretly operating and using a new store this whole time? Was the site still accessible? I pasted teddybabestore.com into my search bar and was met with a page that I was forbidden from accessing. When all else fails, it's time for Google. Google gave me a few good results, but one stood out in particular. It was from a site called The Doll Forum, titled teddybabestore.com changed. Fair warning, we are now definitively in spicy doll territory. The dolls spoken about on this forum are mainly used for exactly what you'd think they'd be used for. Anyway, the search result led me to a forum post by user MIDIman explaining what had happened to his Teddy Babe Store website. Some issues with the manufacturer of the dolls had forced him to shut down essentially overnight. He explained that the Teddy Babe product line was no longer being sold by him. The post was very promising. It was written in 2016, so pretty recent. The MIDIman username sounded a lot like Doodman. Could I have found Doodman actively posting on a forum under an alias? I scrolled further down the page to find that the rabbit hole just kept getting deeper. People in the thread expressed their sympathy and well wishes to MIDIman. They wondered if he could get in touch with Doodman and create more dolls based on his designs. Other users backed up the request, trying to help their friend during this difficult time. MIDIman replied to the thread with a message that only fueled my desire for answers. Thanks everyone. Doodman and I had a falling out a few years back. He is also not interested in doing spicy dolls. My theory that MIDIman was secretly Doodman had been refuted, and there were many new questions on my mind. I now knew that MIDIman and Doodman had been good friends at one point. It seemed that they had even worked together. What had caused their business and personal relationships to fall out? Could this lead me to more clues about what Doodman had been up to? Well, I had an entire forum to scour for answers. Using the forum search function, I entered the keyword Doodman and found hundreds of posts where he was mentioned. Don't worry, I'll save you the headache of piecing together MIDIman and Doodman's saga through out-of-order forum posts. I've tidied up the information into an easily digestible and chronological story with many twists and turns. No big deal, just Ulikuz looking out for his viewers again. Would be cool if some of them subscribed. Anyway, Doodman had an account on the forum that was very active, joining in February of 2007. He was a pillar of the community, creating custom dolls, selling them, and even making repairs on dolls he had already sold. He was extremely active, posting pictures and updates on his work, until his last post in April of 2011. After that date, Doodman would no longer post on the doll forum. Members would continue to comment on his posts and point new users in his direction, but Doodman would not reply or interact with anyone. People began to pick up on his absence, and their concern drove both Doodman and Miniman to address them in a joint message. The message, posted in November of that same year, stated the following: Doodman would never leave his friends and followers in the lurch. He no longer has the space to make them. Now that all the dust has settled and the full moon passed, Miniman and Doodman have been in cordial relations again, and arrangements have been made so there will be no interruption in available stock. This message was encouraging. From the message, it sounded like the pair had experienced some differences, but were working them out. And they were working hard to make sure all the orders people were placing would be fulfilled. The future seemed promising for the duo, but somewhere along the line, something went wrong. The next post that clues us in was posted in a thread about editing or deleting posts on the forum. In March of 2012, a user replied to the query, stating that Doodman became upset for an unknown reason and deleted multiple photos from his forum posts. The reason for Doodman's anger would not remain hidden for long. In June of 2012, a year after stating everything was going well, Miniman made a post looking to sell a doll created by Doodman. The post reads, "Owing to recent hostilities by Doodman, the designer and creator of stuffed company dolls, I no longer have interest in my 3 stuffed company dolls. I am offering for sale Sugar, my one-off stuffed company doll made by Doodman." It is clear at this point that Miniman and Doodman had experienced irreconcilable differences. Scrolling further down the thread, we can find a hint towards the reason behind the tension. After selling one of the dolls, a reply by Miniman reads, "I miss my bunny already, but I need to raise money to remaster my documentary after I replace Doodman's segment, so they must go." A documentary segment involving Doodman2. Does that sound familiar? That's right. Miniman was the creator of the All Dolled Up documentary that the user on r/theguy had found earlier. This is supported by the fact that clicking the link on Dave Hockey's About page leads you to his website, a page where you can find his unofficial resume. And on this resume, his hobby of lifting 90-pound silicone love dolls to torture his back. Back to the forum. Miniman is clearly upset with Doodman and is continuing his purge of Doodman dolls from his inventory. A post in November of 2012 gives us further insight into the pair's issues involving the documentary. Miniman writes, "The legal problem I had with Doodman was revolving around my documentary, which he appeared in and then tried to claim he gave no permissions, after he publicly posted his approval of his segment here at the Doll Forum. So it had nothing to do with this product. I just want nothing to do with him anymore, nor do I want any reminders." This pretty much catches us up to the first message I showed you guys, where Miniman had explained that him and Doodman had a falling out. Alas, this is how the long friendship between Miniman and Doodman2 ended. A passionate disagreement on the public representation of their shared interest. One can only assume that the negative attention Doodman2 had received regarding his interests led him to be hesitant to put them back out into the world. But we might never know the definitive reason why Doodman was so offended by the documentary. Doodman2 was not in complete isolation after this falling out. One user mentions being good friends with him on Skype and sending him pictures of his doll every month. The forum users continued to mention him and his work in various posts. But slowly, Doodman2 became a legend of the forum, someone people used to know but was no longer active. Various theories have been posted as to why Doodman2 became so inactive. A post in November of 2017 had a user lament that Doodman's path took a tragic turn. He stated that Doodman planned to continue making his dolls, but that he stopped when his father passed away. In the same thread, a user replied with their own theory, saying that Doodman stopped making dolls because he didn't like how they were being used. This latter theory is also supported by his former close friend Miniman in previous forum posts. But in the end, only Doodman2 knows why he stopped making and sharing his creations. When I started down this rabbit hole, I can't say I was prepared for what I'd find. I expected to feel unnerved as I watched creations from a disturbed person play out skits. What I found was something more human. An interest born out of a desire for company. A person that was thoroughly enjoying his hobby. Someone who was greatly appreciated in his community and brought joy to those he interacted with. Someone with talent. And a tragic ending to it all. I can already hear the comments. Uli, why are you standing up for a furry? Accepting someone is different from agreeing with them. I personally am not into life-sized humanoid teddy bear dolls for companionship, but I don't fault you if you are. You do you. And doodman2, wherever you are out there, I hope you continue with your hobby and have fun doing it, because life is too short to live by other people's standards. Thank you for watching my video. You probably saw the disclaimer at the beginning, but please try to be respectful towards everyone mentioned in this video. Yes, these people all put this out there on the internet for us to find, but maybe they weren't expecting exposure in this way. Try to keep that in mind. Please let me know what other strange topics I should look into, internet related or otherwise. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you do venture to doodman2's YouTube channel, leave a supportive comment. Maybe tell him we hope he's doing well. Catch you later.